Muslims a big middle finger in all of their stores across America. While companies across the country are tripping over themselves to cater to Islam, major home improvement retailer, Lowe's, just showed that they're for Americans, in a bold way that's not been seen before. As other big-box stores like Target side with the minority while spitting in the faces of their real customer base, Lowe's is likely to see some major income gains after what they did, which proud patrons couldn't agree with more. Muslims everywhere in our country, who have enjoyed the apology tour for too long, are waltzing into this store unexpectedly, facing the nasty reality that's long overdue and definitely over now. Welcome to the country under President Donald Trump, where things are much different than they were just a year ago. If you didn't realize there was a show in cable TV called All-American Muslim, you aren't alone. The TLC network probably thought this reality-type TV program was a good idea that would appeal to the masses more than their competitors' network's Real Housewives series, on Bravo. The Housewives franchise is about as nauseating as the Islamic propaganda spewed on TLC's show to make us all sympathize and feel comfortable with the Muslim neighbors next door. There was no chance that this series was non-subjective from the start, since it was backed by terrorist-tied Council on American Islamic Relations. While the TLC network may have fallen fool to this show idea, their viewers and advertisers were wise the Muslim disguise and delivered a brutal reality check to those who tried to pull the burqa over our eyes. Lowe's was one of the advertisers who appeared in commercial spots during the All-American Muslim Showtime slot on the network and was none too pleased with it. Top Right News reports. Initial ratings were in the toilet, as no actual Americans wanted to watch it, so Lowe's pulled their advertising. As Teresa Monroe Hamilton of RWN reported, Lowe's could see the writing on the mosque. Their demographic doesn't support Islamic pandering. Lowe's was instantly attacked by the left for not giving the new show a chance to develop its audience due to Islamophobia, and hurting the show's reputation by pulling out. So they and CARE have called for a boycott of Lowe's. But the company is refusing to back down or apologize. And who can blame them? No one wants Sharia propaganda pushed in their face every night on TV. The station, whose acronym ironically stands for the Learning Channel, wasn't teaching anyone anything other than propaganda that rightfully nobody wanted a part of in a Western nation despised by Islam. The show, supported by the terrorism-linked Council on American Islamic Relations, CAIR, and other pro-Islam organizations, was used to portray active Muslim families, who are strict followers of their faith, as a peaceful community, right-wing news reported. Yet, Americans don't want to watch such politically correct nonsense. The first reality check was with the painfully low ratings, which speak to the mindset of Americans despite what the mainstream media tries to push us to believe. When the ratings don't benefit the investment and viewers start to consider boycotting a company for seemingly supporting their show with their advertisement spots, it only makes sense to side with customers and not Muslims with demented ulterior motives. When people bravely step out in support of Americans and the truth, they get a surprising show of support, as Lowe's immediately received in yanking their money from the hands of all American Muslim actors. One Christian organization, the Florida Family Association, has now offered Lowe's their support. And you can be sure most Americans will side with Lowe's over Islamic radicals any day, Top Right News reported. All-American Muslim promotes propaganda that riskily hides the Islamic agenda's clear and present danger to American liberties and traditional values, they told CNN, right-wing news reported. The outcome of this show should serve as poetic proof to liberals that the love and support from infidels in this country isn't what they say it is. Nobody was interested in what they were trying to sell, and had Lowe's stood by them to show some sort of tolerance and acceptance, their stocks would have fallen as fast as the show's ratings. It's unclear if they pulled for profits, principle, or both, but the fact that they did proves them to be better than the rest regardless.